Should you purchase a 2025 RAV4 or should you wait for the 2026? Here's some reasons you might want to consider both. Here's what we know about the 2026 RAV4. You're going to get a total redesign. So that means front fascia is going to change, the inside is going to change, and the outside is going to change. So everything about it is going to change from what we're seeing on the 5th generation RAV4 currently. So if you want the latest and greatest, then like I said, you might want to consider the 2026 model, although the 2025 is a great looking vehicle. Here's another reason you might want to consider the 2026 RAV4. You're going to have better technology, and also what we do know is you're going to have the latest and greatest for your Toyota Safety Sense. So right now on the current RAV4, we have Toyota Safety Sense 2.5. That's going to include pre-collision, that's going to have your lane departure, adaptive cruise control, and you're also going to have your automatic high beam lights with your pedestrian detection. Now on the 2026 model, you're going to have your latest and greatest, which is going to be 3.0 on steroids. This vehicle doesn't have that Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 has, is your proactive drive assist. And what that does, that's going to give you that deceleration assist. So whenever you're coming up on a vehicle, that's going to slightly brake the vehicle in anticipation that the vehicle in front of you is already traveling at a slower speed. You also have your steering assist, which you already see as part of your lane departure here, okay? But you have an additional screen here, right on your MID screen for your settings there where you can turn that on and off. And you're also going to have your safe exit assist. So if you look on the outside here, so your blind spot monitoring is standard on the XLE model and up, but I'm on the limited model today and you have your blind spot monitoring. So what you're going to see is, you're going to see this icon right here illuminate whenever there's a car passing or whether or not there's a cyclist passing by you. So if you're opening the door up here, then it's going to let you know that like I said, a cyclist or either a car is passing, whether or not you're on the left side or you're opening that door up on the right-hand side. So you're going to get better technology on the 2026 and your latest Toyota Safety Sense. Here's another reason you might want to consider the 2025 model. On the 2025 model, you have 3 powertrains. You have a sole internal combustion engine, you have a hybrid electric, and you have a plug-in. So 3 powertrains on the 2025 model or the 5th generation RAV4. On the 6th generation or 2026 model, you're going to have 2 powertrains. You're going to have an HEV, which is your hybrid, and then you're going to have a plug-in. Here's your difference. On this particular model right here, like I said, this is your sole internal combustion engine. It's going to give you 203 horsepower. You can expect to get 2735 for your city and your highway and 30 miles combined. If you go with the HEV or the hybrid electric powertrain on the RAV4, you can expect to get 219 net horsepower versus your 203 horsepower in this particular model. And your fuel economy jumps up to 39 combined, 41 for your city, and 38 for your highway. So that's going to be your difference on that. Now, one more powertrain that you can actually get is going to be your plug-in model, and that's going to give you 302 horsepower. And if you choose to use the electric part of it, which is optional, you can expect to get a range of 42 miles on a full charge. You're not using an option. In essence, what you're doing is you're using a hybrid electric vehicle, which is going to get you that 41 for your city and 38 for your highway. Here's something else worthy of noting that we all know now about the 2026 RAV4. You're going to have 3 different grades. You're going to have a core, which is going to include your LE, your XLE, and your limited models. You're going to have your rugged, which is going to be the Woodland, and you're going to have your sport, which is going to be the GR Sport, XSE, and the SE. So you're going to have those particular options there. So you're going to have 7 different grades on those particular models. And on those different grades, you can either get a front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. For the first time ever, RAV4 is offering a hybrid and a front-wheel drive, which has never been offered before. It's always been traditional for the hybrid to be a all-wheel drive. So that's going to be different as well, guys. So that's one of the reasons you might want to go with a 2025 model or go with the 2026 model. So I know it's getting a little complicated as far as whether or not you want to go with a 25 or 26, but hang in there, I got a little bit more for you. Here's the last reason why you might want to consider a 25 versus a 26. If you look on the inside, this particular model has a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster and the 10.5, which is the upgrade. On the 2026, what we know now on the 2026 model is this, the digital gauge cluster is going to be a standard 12.3 inch. So you're going to get more information than ever before, unlike the 2025 model. As far as your multimedia display, the 10.5 is going to be standard, which is going to be this display here, and your upgrade is going to be the 12.9. So if you want a bigger, brighter display that's going to give you more information, then you might want to consider the 26. Here's a few other things that I want to mention about the limited model. So although this particular model doesn't have it, you can get a forward-facing camera as part of a tech package. I can get auto lock on all 4 doors, the front and the rear, with the tech package as well. Around the back, I have kick sensor as long as I have a tech package. And I can also get wireless charging if this had a tech package. This particular model doesn't, but I can get wireless charging as well. And on the limited model, you do get your heated and ventilated seats. And your dual zone climate control is standard from your XLE model and up. Other options that may be available to me if I go with a tech package and other standalone options, I can get a digital rearview mirror. I can also get, instead of your standard moonroof here, that's standard on your limited model, I can get a panel roof, so that's an option as well. So those are just some of the reasons why you might want to go with a 2025 RAV4 or 5th generation versus a new 2026 model or 6th generation RAV4. So there's benefits to both. This is a great looking vehicle, but like I said, if you want the latest and greatest, then you might want to go with the 2026, which might be worth the wait. You have to decide. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you found the information helpful. You can find me at Andre Drives on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. We'll see you next time. Peace and love, guys.